Hello everybody. I am starting this YouTube live. I'm start doing this every Saturday if it's worth it. But we have a lot of people that call in from YouTube that want help with their scooter, and I figured it would be a good idea to just do a Saturday, every Saturday do a couple Q&As and things like that. I don't know how long this will last. If no one comes on, then it'll be a waste, but if it's a success, we'll keep doing it. So I'll just kind of do my thing, and if somebody has a question or a question about performance upgrades, what's going on with their scooter or motorcycle, I would be happy to answer any of those. But meanwhile, rode my Ruckus in today. And of course, these Ruckuses are always a problem. Gotta tighten that. And my fuel line came off while I was cruising. I don't know how. This has got this clamp on it, but gotta fix that. Meanwhile, I've got this Honda Ruckus here. Gonna put this GY6 150cc engine in it. I'm kind of prepping it, getting it ready to install. Got the exhaust on. I had to weld this mount, this bracket. Got that taken care of. And I've got this GY6 conversion kit here. Like a wiring harness conversion kit. This should be pretty sweet. Basically 20 minutes will install it. And it's super easy. We had a kit before. It took me like 8 hours to build. Really wasn't worth it. It was very expensive. Haven't figured out the price on this guy yet, but it's gonna be plug and play. Pretty easy. Excited about it. Been spent like a year trying to develop that. But it plugs into the stock wiring harness, which is cool. Does anybody have any questions about their hot rod? That's the whole point of this video. If you do, I see there's a few people watching. I know you have a question. What do you got? And coming up real soon, we're going to do a the Honda 2013 Honda Metropolitan. From 2013 to I think it was 2012 to 2016, the Honda Metros were air-cooled, super slow, like 35 miles an hour. I've got a 120cc big bore kit we're going to do, which will be sweet. And I have I've been working with a company to get these. I got a docking station so I can tune fuel injected models, but I have these little fuel injection modules. Set this down real quick. Which is pretty sweet. I've tuned these so like it works with the this particular one is made for the Yamaha Vino C3. And you basically push this button when it's green, that's your idle. Up, down, that's how you adjust the idle. Fuel mixture, push it again, orange or yellow, same thing. Super easy to tune it, but trial and error big time trying to get this. There is a 80cc big bore kit, actually 77cc big bore kit that is sold for the Yamaha C3s, Vinos, and Zumas, and those suckers don't come with a tuner. So I've been working with that company to get a tuner made and doing all the trial and error and testing the air fuel mixture to make sure it's perfect. Pretty soon I'll produce it. I just need to do some more testing. Then I've got this guy. This is kind of like our test scooter. I've got a ton of performance upgrades we're going to do and test. Including, we have a plug and play CDI which I've already tested, but there's going to be some filming going on for that. And we've got our CVT transmission kit. And then here's something kind of cool that most people don't know about. This guy. Haven't done any testing with it, but this is the NCY CVT transmission kit for the Honda Ruckus. We produce one as well. This one is a little cheaper, but it doesn't come with much, but it's pretty cool. NCY comes out with that. And 1 second, I'm gonna set this back. Who rides what? What do you guys ride? There's some people watching. I want to hear it. What do you ride? Motorcycle, ATV, scooter? Tell me in the comments. And I can read it. You guys need to interact. Okay? Okay. And what else could I talk about too? Or Honda Rebel. Honda Rebel. Nice. When did you learn to ride the Honda Rebel in the class? Is that how you decided to get that hot rod, or what's the story behind that? Those are good bikes, by the way. Super easy to ride. Really good beginner bike. Good on gas. And they're easy to service. No oil filter. CR70 spark plugs. I've serviced a few for sure. What else? What else do you ride? You got any questions on your Rebel? Pretty familiar with them. I can give you specs too if you want. I think at some point you started on the Metro and then got the Rebel. Nice, good little upgrade. Do you commute with it? Or is it just a pleasure bike? Is it gonna show you guys? Oh, I did I made this fuel injected. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I wired this up to be fuel injected. I got this from Thailand, my little registration canister when I was in Thailand, and Thailand license plate. Sweet. I put the oil cooler on this guy. This guy will do about 100 miles per hour. And the plans for this guy, I'm going to do a turbo on it since I have it fuel injected now. Again, working with this company to get this this guy produced. Fuel injection tuner. We'll use that. Stay on here for a couple more minutes, guys, and then I got to get to work on this guy. So if you have any questions, please just ask. Oh, one more thing that's in the works pretty soon is, or not pretty soon, but the Yamaha or the Honda Passport, the most produced motorcycle ever made. I have 17-inch wheels, Racing Planet wheels. It's gonna be sweet. Black anodized wheels with gold spokes. I'm gonna do that project here on YouTube. So yeah, in the works we got the Honda Metro, the Yamaha C3. The Metro we're doing the 120cc big bore kit on. The Ruckus over there. We're gonna do all the performance mods, how-tos on that. And we got the Yamaha C3. Do the 77cc big bore kit with the tuner, which I've been developing. And what else? Thank you. And then we'll do the turbo on the Ruckus. That'll be sweet. And then today, I'm doing this, installing this motor into that bike, which would be, I've done 3 of these already. I'm gonna sell these as a DIY kit. Here's kind of like the stuff that you get. Carburetor, kickstand. Everything will come with it. I think the price is gonna be $2,000, $2,200. There'll be a how-to video how to do that. basically you're going to convert your, I don't know what that says. I'll have to convert that later, but thank you for whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. We're going to convert this 50cc into a 150cc, and it'll look stock. A lot of people are doing this, but they lower it and stretch it to look like that. Not everybody likes that look. Most people don't like that look, I'm noticing. But this guy will have that exact look. We were able to get a 10-inch tire, 10-inch rim installed on this motor, which really has never been done. I have not seen it. Yeah. Oh, we got Dylan. Dylan says he wants to make his 50cc Aprilia faster. What model do you have? And I think did I read it was a 49cc? Let's see if I can do this. Oh, there they are. I had to pull the comments up. SR50, great scooter. They're already fast out of the box. What about what year? Does it have the Ditec motor, the Piaggio motor? Do you know? Is it fuel injected? There is a few sweet kits for that. 2012. Do you know if it's fuel injected or not? You can hear the pump when you turn the key on. You'll hear the pump go. If you don't hear that, it's probably not fuel injected. What's the top speed on it right now? I'm gonna pull up this on the internet here. How fast does your Aprilia go, your SR50 currently? About 40? Okay, well it's probably the Ditec motor, which is a great, I don't know that for sure, so we're just guessing right now. The big bore kits for those are super expensive. That's the only thing that's not too cool about it. I think they're like $600 to $800 to make it a 70cc. The reason why is because they come with the ECU for the to tune the engine. But Malossi makes one of those. I'm trying to start my computer up right now to tell you the price. But that will make it easily go like 55 miles an hour. And then the other thing you can do if you don't want to do the big bore kit that's super expensive, you can do just like a performance exhaust, because the exhaust that's on it is super restrictive. Also, if I remember right, inside the variator, I don't know if you know what the variator is, but it is this. I've got this old motor down here. This is the variator. You've got the crankshaft, and then the variator attaches there. Well, there's a spacer on here. You have the stage 6 exhaust on it. Have you on the exhaust on some of them you can port out the exhaust. There's like a cone right where you mount it to the motor, kind of like let me show you what I'm talking about. Like right up here, if you pull this off, a lot of times on performance exhausts, here I think I have a 2-stroke exhaust here in this little crack. Yeah, right in here, right in there, there's a cone, and you want to get that out of there. I don't know if you have that done or not, but if you do, get that out of there. And then you can do sliders or rollers in the variator. Just grab one. With these guys. I'm reading some comments here. You're going fast. Oh yeah, you can get an ET2 to fly. You can do I recommend the Malossi. How do I get these comments to stay up? Try to figure this out real quick. Yeah, you can do that. I recommend the Malossi 70cc kit, and they are so easy to install. And I think if you can change the oil in a car, you can do that. Back to that Aprilia. This is these little like sliders that I recommend. Those go in the variator, which look like. See if I have a variator. You do, but in the package. Let's take it out real quick. So this is the variator. That goes over the crank. Let me go back over that motor that's on the floor. that goes over the crank just like that. Well, you pull that off. There's a cover, the whole kickstart cover. You pull that off just like this, and then you've got these rollers. Well, you're going to, like on the 150cc, these are like 12 gram rollers, and we want to install sliders. So they've got these weird shaped ones as opposed to just the round ones. And we would install those. These are a different size, but we would install those. And that makes a pretty big difference, especially if you go lighter. Like on this 150, this variator's out of this motor, 150cc. But you can lighten the rollers, and that's going to give you an overall engine RPM raise. It's basically like right now you're starting off in, see, upgrading the main jet. Any idea on what? Oh, yeah, I'll get to that in just a second. So basically, the lighter rollers you go, the higher the engine RPMs will go. So basically, like starting off in second gear right now, if you want to start off in first gear, you go lighter, like in your car, for instance. But you can't go too light because you'll lose top speed. So there's a common medium between the two. And on yours, I don't know what stock is. I would assume like I don't know what stock is, but I would probably run on that Aprilia, the 5.5 gram sliders. Yeah, you can do a stronger clutch spring as well, for sure. That takes a lot of trial and error, but you can do just the sliders as well. That helps. I'm reading these comments keep going away. It's kind of annoying. I don't know how to set it. Need advice wanting first scooter 23 miles each way to work and back. Need 55 or 10 of those, 23, not bad. You need to go 55 miles per hour. Do you have a motorcycle license if you want to buy a scooter that goes 55? That would be the first question. If not, you'll have to get a 50 and do some modifications. What was it? What do I need to get? There's a lot of comments coming in. I'm trying to pick and choose here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of new to this. These comments keep popping up and then they go away. Oh, you have your motorcycle license. Okay. So, I would recommend, what's your budget? I guess I should ask you. And then I can tell you the best bang for your buck for sure. Put these rollers back. Yeah, so the Aprilia 5.5 gram sliders are I do 5 gram sliders on that Aprilia. Make sure there's not a spacer in the variator. You can pull up a YouTube video. I already have that. On how to remove that spacer. It should be, I think I have it for a Zuma, but it's going to be the same for like the Aprilia. Again, what was the budget if you're looking for a scooter that goes 55? Got about 25, if I remember right, miles round trip, and you want to know what scooter would be like a good purchase for you. What is the budget on that you have to spend on a scooter? And I could tell you exactly. Pull up some more comments here. Oh, upgrading the main jet, what size would we recommend? So we have a special tool that we use to figure that out. I wouldn't expect the yeah, Malossi 70cc kit would be, Malossi is the brand I recommend for reliability, for when you're upgrading to a 70cc for reliability. And they're not always the fastest kit, but that's the one that I recommend because they've done the research. It's Italian made. They last forever. One thing to know about the 70cc kit that you definitely need to do that nobody does. So if you have a 2-stroke scooter and you have a oil injection, so you add the oil and then it just goes through and Sorry, I'm trying to read these comments and talk at the same time. I should probably shut them down and then answer one at a time. 70cc kit, you always want to add about 2 ounces of oil when you're filling up your gas, because your motor is designed for 50 cc's, and if you're not putting that extra amount of oil, your engine is being under-oiled all the time. So remember that if you're doing a 70cc upgrade kit, you do have to add about 2 ounces of oil to your gas. Okay? Yamaha Zuma versus, I'm going to see what else we got there. I got to go in line here. Our Honda Ruckus is common over there. Here the Zuma is very hard to find. The Zoomer, and very expensive. You must be in Japan. Yeah, they're very common here, definitely. It's kind of weird that Honda has the Ruckus, they have the Zoomer, and then in Thailand they have a Zoomer as well, but it's completely different. But yeah, they're not too expensive. They're like, I actually just sold one like for $1,600, pretty nice one, a couple weeks ago, US dollars. But yeah, they're like $1,600 to $2,200 or somewhere around there. I think new they're $2,800, if I remember right. Let's see what else we got here. Yamaha Zuma F50F versus Chinese. What's better? So the Yamaha Zuma 50F is definitely better than any Chinese scooter out there, but it depends how you define better. Better made for sure, 100%. But as far as upgrades and the pricing to upgrade the scooter, depends what you're going to do with it. I really like Chinese scooters because it's so cheap to upgrade them, and honestly the engine part of them don't break very often. I very rarely see any of those break. The engine, we're talking. But the Yamaha Zuma 50F is great as well, but the top speed is only 38 miles per hour. And the performance upgrade kit, so the C3 and the Yamaha Zuma F50F and the Yamaha Vino 4-stroke, they all share the same engine. If you look, I think, I added that Vino video, how to install the big bore kit, on YouTube. That's the same engine that's in that 50F. So you can upgrade those to be an 88cc, but you're talking about $600 in parts to do that. And then you can use my video to figure out how to install it. But that'll make a huge difference. That'll make it go about 50 miles an hour. But that also, you also need to use the gearing on that. You have to upgrade the gearing, because if you do a performance upgrade kit, 80cc, you got all the muscle, but remember the gearing stays the same, so you're not going to go any faster. You're just going to get up to speed faster. What else we got? I have a 2-stroke Zuma. What would you say would be the best big bore kit for it? Again, Malossi, really good kit. We have those on our website. I think they're like 100. So the basic Haka kit or SSPG kit, it's Taiwan made, which is good. It's not Chinese made. That's like $180, and I think the Malossi is $225. But I always recommend Malossi. They're the best by far. And just make sure whenever you do your big bore kit, just make sure that the jetting is right. You can check that by starting the engine, going full bore, checking your plug. This goes back to that question, what jet to run. So full bore, go about a mile full bore, stop, pull the spark plug out, look for the color. You want to look for like a tan color on the diode. Let me grab a spark plug so I know what you're talking. So I know what you're talking. All right, you can see what I'm talking about. See this? The diode is at. So you got that little barrel at the bottom. I think this front-facing camera is not as good. So this is that 90 degree is. You got that guy there. Right below it is the little barrel. You want that to be like a tan color. If it's really white, it's too lean, which means that you're not going to get enough. You're not getting enough fuel in your engine. If it's black, you're getting too much fuel. So look at that, and you can decide what jet you need. Jetting changes based on altitude and temperature outside. But we also have, where is that sucker? I have this think this is it. Yeah. So what I use is, to figure it, because it's really hard to tell like the colors and the gas additives. That's kind of an old way of testing the plugs, but it's something you can do. But I have this kit. See, I plug in I drill a hole in the exhaust. A lot of times they already have them, and then I'll install this, and then it shows me my air-fuel ratio, and you can jet it and tune it based on that really easily. So that's the way I do it. But obviously, if you don't do it for a living, you're not going to have that. So that's what I would recommend. Let's see what else we got. The Stage 6 is good, definitely. The MK2 70cc. I don't know what the MK2 is. That's a Stage 6 like model or something. Stage 6 is decent, definitely. I don't have a lot of experience with it. And then they've got Athena. That's a good kit, but it doesn't push out much power. The most power is that SSPG or 70cc kit, but it's not as reliable. That's from my testing. That's what I've seen. So the question is, can we adjust the oil pump to push more oil when it's wide open? No, I guess you could, but 99% of the time that I see is when you pull the throttle back, the oil pump's open all the way from the factory, which means it's still not getting enough oil when you do the 70cc kit. Oh, you're from the UK. Yeah, I didn't realize Zoomers are in the UK. That's new information to me. I don't know. Is that expensive? $2,200 for a Ruckus in the UK? I don't know what the other scooters are going for. Dylan, thanks for contributing to my YouTube channel and helping me help other people out. What's the best scooter brand? Well, I'm a Honda fanatic. I would recommend Honda, Yamaha, Vespa is decent. Kymco is underestimated. Kymco is such a good scooter. Actually, when you go to Asia, I don't know if you've ever been, Kymcos are everywhere, and they are scooters everywhere. So that says a lot about them. But yeah, Kymcos would be like the one that I recommend if you're just you're not like a major enthusiast, but you ride it to work. Kymco People in particular, the 50cc two-stroke, great scooter, 16-inch wheels, 50cc two-stroke, top speed's like 45 out of the box. 16-inch wheel. The thing about scooters with small wheels, 10-inch wheels, they don't have any rotating. They have no rotating mass. So like when you take your hands off the handlebars, you basically flop over. With those 16-inch wheels, you've got the rotating mass, so it's like a bicycle. You ghost ride a bicycle, it goes for a long ways. The scooter won't do that. So that Kymco People is a great scooter, and any Honda scooter, Yamahas are great too. The fuel injection kit for the GY6, yeah, it's sweet. Let's see oops. How's the fuel injection kit for the GY6? I eventually would want to build a Ruckus, but I want more power and reliability. I'm on the fence about the GY6 motor. The GY6 motor, I don't care what anybody says, they are reliable. So there's two different types of GY6 engines. This engine is a GY6B motor. The engine in there is a GY6A motor. The difference is the GY6B motor has, it's made in Taiwan, not China. It's got wider spacing for the cylinder, so you can do a larger big bore kit. But they are great. They are great engines. I've not had any problems with engines. Let's see how this works out. There's my fuel injection kit. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, or I'll set it on the tripod. Fuel injection kit. Just been sitting for a while. right up every time. That's the great thing about the fuel injection. Yeah, definitely very good. But if you can afford the GY6B motor, I would do that. That motor in my Ruckus over there is 232 cc's. Super expensive motor. It's not for everybody. Of course, I'm an enthusiast and I do this for a living. It's like $3 grand for that motor. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, your question about, you were answering my question about my first scooter a second ago, and my puppy decided to attack my power strip. It's okay. What was the question again, Bruce? I guess I can maybe look back here. Let's see. Bruce. Need advice on a scooter? Oh, yeah. So Bruce, you said you have a motorcycle license. You want to go 55. I recommend the Honda PCX, which is kind of uncommon around here. That's a great scooter. You should be able to do 50, somewhere around there. Or the Yamaha Zuma 125, great scooter. Or Kimco People 150. Or Buddy 150. My favorite out of that whole batch would probably be the Buddy 150. That's going to be, although, you know, I don't know where you live, but Buddy parts aren't easily to get, so maybe I would change that to Honda. Any of the Hondas, the Honda PCX 150cc. There's a lot of upgrades to do with that, or you can get with that. But that would be a really good scooter for you, and they're fuel injected. So you can't go wrong with a Honda. I don't care what anybody says. Hopefully I answered that for you, Bruce. If not, let me know. Okay, Charlie says, I don't even use oil in a reservoir. I pour it straight into the gas. That's what I do too. I remove the pump. I've had a few scooters fail because the pump fails. If you do that, you just you're good. You don't have to add any more oil. Just 32 to 1. 4 ounces of oil for every gallon. Minrelli 70cc 2-stroke scooter cylinder is good. Minrelli is also known as a jog motor. You find it in Yamaha Zumas, Vinos, Eton Beamers, also known as a QMB40 motor. Yes, they're really good motors. For 2-stroke motors, that would be my go-to, the Minrelli. And I would use Melosi parts for that. We can get any of those if you want. 50cc Ruckus 2000 mark in the UK. They call them Zoomers. Yeah, that's about the same as here. They are kind of expensive. How much are the other scooters? Like, what other scooters do you have? Is there a lot of Chinese scooters in the UK? I've never been to the UK. Thanks, Ted. Thank you for contributing to my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe, please. Bruce, thank you. We really appreciate it. I don't know what this is, but I just put super chat. I don't know what that means. Has a dollar sign. Must mean that I'm going to make money. I don't need to do that right now. Just answering questions. Just got a Tao Zoomer brand, new, cheap. Oh, comment went away. Oh yeah, I definitely worked on them. That's funny that Zoomer is, if you Google a Honda Zoomer, it's exactly the same. They have those in Thailand. Looks exactly the same. But yeah, I've worked on those Taotas. I think I've worked on a couple of those Zoomers. They're good scooters, definitely. Remember, don't forget to do that Chinese scooter upgrade kit. We have it on our website. Chinese scooters are great scooters, but there are some parts that fail. Hence the price. Of course, if you're going to pay a little bit less, it's going to be a little cheaper made. But we have a cheap little Chinese scooter upgrade kit that will definitely help you with reliability on that. we've done that. Basically, on Chinese scooters, the only thing that that really go bad is the rubber. The rubber is the main worry. I mean, things go bad, of course, but that's like the biggest thing. Also, make sure, I don't know if you've seen our PDI scooter assembly video. It's like an hour long. I spent like a whole weekend doing it. Make sure, I don't know, did you assemble your scooter? If you did, I recommend going through that video and doing that, because a lot of times when you have somebody put those scooters together, they don't really know exactly what to do sometimes, and then it trickles over to bad scooter for the life of the scooter, because it wasn't originally put together right. So make sure that you go over that video and make sure that there's any adjustments that need to be made for your Tao. Do that. I know I've probably put together 60 Taos. Used to be a partner in a company called Scooters for Sale, and we would sell like 60 scooters a month. So I know Tao scooters really well. If you need any parts for it, we can get it. Yes, we did. We took the afternoon off at the shop and did it. Family owns a mechanic shop. Did an oil change, gearbox. Sweet. Well, you should be in good hands. Those, like I said, those Taos can be really good scooters, but very important to do that Chinese scooter upgrade kit and keep it out of the sun, keep it covered, and keep it maintained. A lot of people, what I notice a lot is you can buy a scooter cheap, but you don't want to spend the money on the service, and then the scooter gets neglected. If it's a cheaper scooter, it won't last. But if you're keeping up on the maintenance, you can do that on your own with my videos, and it'll last. My wife has a Tao, or had a Tao. They're great scooters. I've had them all. What else we got here? Since scooters became a cheaper way to travel to work, Chinese scooters take up about 20% of the UK market. Dedicated dealers, Kimco, Lexmoto, I don't know what that is. Lexmoto, I should research that. And many other brands. Yeah, Kimco, highly recommend it. They would be like the most reliable scooter I can think of, Kimco. Their parts are cheap, they're easy to work on, they don't fail. I forget what it was that I was reading, but somebody does a ride from, I think it's California to Florida every year, and they take like the brand new scooters, and whoever makes it like wins. But that Kimco wins like every year, or I think it might even be SYM. And they're made in, just so everybody knows. A lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people don't know this. I notice, but Kimco's made in Taiwan, not China. It's not Chinese, and Taiwan their products are really good. Like, I would put it right up there with Vespa Italian products. Maybe a little bit lower, but really good. Anything made in Taiwan, I would put my stamp on for sure. Let's see. Shannon, sell it and get a 125. Install the 155 big bore kit. For Chris, RC scooters, solid build, fuel controller with correct injection. Yep, you got the right idea. Zuma 125 is a great scooter, definitely. Peace Sport 150cc scooter bogs down under medium and heavy acceleration. Any suggestions? What might cause this? Yeah. Do you have any airbox? This is for Durf or Durf Will. Your 150cc bogs down under heavy or medium load. Yeah. So make sure. Do you have any airbox modifications? If you do, then the jetting needs to be done. If you don't, check the airbox for any cracks, or maybe you didn't screw it down all the way when you checked the air filter last time. Any airbox modifications will cause this problem. Also, I don't know how many miles are on it. You might want to pull the variator apart and make sure the rollers in the variator are not flattened. Check that. Shannon agrees. Taiwan quality rocks. Yes. Yeah, do the oil change every 500. You got it. That's for Colin. And Mayliv, isn't Dalim's made in Korea? They're a very good brand. Dalim, I've only seen a couple here. It's weird with different places you go around the country. You see different stuff. So like here we have a lot of Kimco Peoples, a lot of Buddy scooters. And you go to Florida, you don't see any of those. Or like I didn't. It's kind of crazy. But Dalim, yeah, I don't know much about those. I'd like to know. Will says, thank you. Thank you, Will. Thanks for contributing. Spread the word about our channel. What else? I'll probably wrap it up here in just a minute. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'll try to do this seems like I'm getting a lot of feedback here, so that's good. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll keep it going every Saturday. What is your number one go-to for a little more performance? I know I'm not going to squeeze much out of the 50. Oh, yeah. Just do 5 gram 13x16 Dr. Pulley sliders. They're on our website. That'll squeeze a little bit of power out of it immediately. Stay away from like the CDI box, Iridium plug performance coil. At first, they're good, but for the Chinese stuff, that's a waste of money as far as like getting your bang for your buck. We do have a big bore kit video on our. Actually, we have it for $5 on our website, but that'll show you how to install it. You can pick up a big bore kit on our website for under $150, and that will make a huge difference. Or you can do the monster kit, and that'll make it 120 cc's. That thing will almost do a wheelie. You can do that one too. But yeah, the sliders, Dr. Pulley sliders, 13x16, 5 gram. That's what I recommend for quick, easy power. Don't buy the eBay ones. They flatten easily. Just pay the extra for the Dr. Pulleys, whether you buy them from me or not. Thanks for that question, Colin. Tell us more about your upgrade kit. Which one are you referring to, Will? Got a few different ones. I've worked on a maxi scooter before. Gosh, I forget what they're like though. And an RD350. Those are freaking awesome. I had an RD200 that I got for free from some guy. Sold to my buddy, but I would love to have an RD350. I'm gonna pull that maxi scooter up. Forgot what they are. Oh, you purchased a big bore kit already. Nice. Right on. Thank you for that purchase. I try to make a lot of the videos free, but if I'm putting like all kinds of time into it, I got to charge a little bit. And I appreciate you guys' support for purchasing them. Definitely. The upgrade kit, let's see, I got to go back to Will. I want to see what your, Piece 150, Chinese scooter upgrade kit. So that, the Chinese scooter upgrade kit is, on a Chinese scooter, let's see, what do I got here? See if I remember where everything is, because my wife, I'll just tell you about it. Chinese scooter upgrade kit. So Chinese scooters, their rubber is really bad. There's no way around it other than armor alling or conditioning all the rubber on your scooter. I'd definitely stay away from the tires, seats, and grips, because you don't want slick conditioner all over it. But we upgrade the line with this Helix line, fuel line and vacuum line, and then also the valve stems. You upgrade the spark plug, because the spark plug that's in those Chinese scooters, the portion comes apart. It sucks when you're riding and that happens. So get an upgraded spark plug, CR7 HSA, NGK type. That comes in the kit. And then let's see what else. Magnetic drain plug kit. That comes in the Chinese scooter upgrade kit, because if you change oil on anything, they all have magnets that catches the debris and stuff that flies around in the motor. Well, the screen inside the Scooters don't have oil filters, but they do have little screens. Well, they don't catch the little debris flying around. So 4-stroke scooters, Chinese scooters, recommend that magnetic drain plug. So that's kind of what comes in the kit. The 2 valve stems, spark plug, helix line. What else am I forgetting? A new NGK spark plug. And yeah, I think that's it. But that's everything. I recommend that. If you own a Chinese scooter and you haven't done that, look at that, because those valve stems dry rot, hoses dry rot. If you're ever stranded with your scooter, always check the hoses first. I don't know what happened there. Anyway. Charlie says, what do you think about the Polini stuff? Overpriced? No, it's good stuff. Definitely. Italian stuff. I believe it's Italian. Yeah, it's Italian. It's good stuff. I haven't really... The Polini stuff seems expensive. Yes, quality's really good, but the performance you get out of it, I'm not super impressed. Like a lot of people wonder why we don't run a Polini variator in our Honda Ruckus CVT transmission kit. Well, it brings the price up, and NCY, made in Taiwan, is just as good, if not better. It's Teflon coated, where the Polini is not. So yeah, I don't know. My personal opinions, I'm not too excited about Polini, but it is great stuff. I know that. Yeah, thanks for buying that video. I definitely really appreciate it. That helps me keep these videos going. Thanks, Shannon. I'll definitely keep the show up for sure, as long as I have people interested. What's the first thing you recommend to someone buying a scooter? First thing I recommend, it depends what kind of scooter. I mean, buy a helmet, buy all your protective gear for sure. A lock, yeah. Buy a lock. Let me see if I have that lock. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's a lock. I would recommend a chain and lock for sure, but this lock is pretty sweet. Once you lock it, this thing moves, this alarm will go off. And the way that it locks is through the disc brakes. But some scooters don't have disc brakes, so this isn't for every scooter. But any lock's better than no lock. Even with cheap Walmart lock, somebody will see the lock on there, and they probably won't mess with it. But yeah, buy a lock. That's got to be in your budget for sure. I'm going to wrap things up, guys. I really appreciate it. Catch me next weekend, next Saturday. I don't really have a time. Just keep an eye on it. I don't like obligations on the weekends, but this stuff is fun to me, and I really appreciate the support and watching my show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel below, and have a good weekend. Appreciate it.